Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Save the Planet here on a wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Wonderful, but it's cold and icy, man. The schools were canceled, some of the schools were canceled, and it was very, very icy this morning when I went out and started the car for my wife. Very, very slippery and icy, and raining sort of to add to it. It was like 16 degrees. Now it's, like 35 degrees and still raining, and it's just sloppy. But yeah, winter is here in Connecticut. There's no messing around about it. Anyway, you read the thumbnail. The last deal, the last word on supplements. Okay? Supplements, guys, are some of the biggest con jobs you can possibly talk about. It is a complete and total money-making farce for the most part. Now, I say for the most part, in extreme cases, and usually in cases where somebody is not eating correctly, they're just eating, yes. Can a multivitamin help you a little bit? Yes. But you got to understand, now we've talked a lot about all the mucoid plaque and everything that's in our bodies. So you think of taking some, $200 a month multivitamin and throwing it into that sewer? It's like taking diamonds and throwing them in a sewer. Guys, it does nothing. It does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Unless you are eating a decent diet, a somewhat decent diet. Now, here's the thing. There's so many different ways to go about this, but technically speaking, if anybody is trying to sell you supplements, run the other way. Run the other way. It's a complete and total scam. Now, one of the contributors on the forum down there talked about this Dr. Pedris, I believe his name is, it doesn't matter. Put his name up. But here's the deal, and this is what we here at True Power think of supplements. Number one, every single vitamin, mineral, nutrient, phytochemical, biophoton is in fruits and vegetables, certainly if you eat enough of them. Okay? Now, if you have an apple on your way to work after eating a bagel and bacon and scrambled eggs, no, that's not enough. But if you eat it the way we do, eat primarily raw fruits and vegetables, all your vitamin mineral issues are taken care of. You're all set. You don't need a supplement. The only supplement you might need is vitamin D, which you get from the sun. Now, the vitamin D sulfate that you get from the sun, you're not going to get from a pill. It's just not going to work. So try to get yourself out, even in a cold. And I'm telling you, it's easier said than done. But even in a cold, I try to get myself out, with my hoodie on and all this sort of stuff. And I'm trying to look up at the sun, Oh, now my hair's all messed up. Anyway, but guys, that's the only way. So don't bother with vitamin D, okay? Now here's one. Vitamin B12 is the only one that you cannot get from a vegan diet. The fruits and vegetables. It's the only vitamin you can't get. Now, most of us, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say 90+% of us do not need it. Vitamin B12 is made inside the body. Okay? In very, very extreme cases, it does not make it at all, or it does not make enough. So unless you get a blood test back that says you're very, very low in vitamin B12, you don't need it. Now, the best, if you do need it, if you're one of the few people that need it, you can go to the drugstore, any Walgreens or anything, and get shots. You do them once a week or whatever the case may be. Or you can spend $6 to get a month's worth of these tiny little tablets. And again, if you're taking that B12 and throwing it in the sewer, save you money. But if we are all cleaned out and you are low in vitamin B12, you can do that. All right? Now, the regular supplement. Now the supplements that this gentleman was, I believe it was a gentleman, I don't even know, they go in the screen name, is talking about was Dr. Pedra's gut something or other for leaky gut. Guys, the best probiotic you can possibly have for your best thing you can possibly do for your stomach is fruit. You don't have to buy the supplement if you're eating enough fruit. You don't need it. Case closed, they are lying to you. This Dr. Pedra's, even though I believe he's quasi-vegan, is not a paleo guy, but he's a charlatan just like everybody else. He really is. You do not need the supplement. Now, here we go. The last word on supplement, this is all you have to know. Now, Dr. Pedra's, if you walked any of his things or read any of his books, which I have, don't do it. Don't spend the money on it. Don't spend the time. I've done it for you. Okay? Sugar, the worst thing you can possibly put in your mouth. And processed food, the worst thing, second worst thing you can process. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the ingredients that are in this gut probiotic. It's chock full of processed sugar. If this asinine powder is not processed, Dr. Pedra's, what the hell do you think is? And I thought sugar was so bad. Stevia, so bad. And glucose. What was the other thing called? I'm sorry. Some sort of glucose, something or other. Guys, glucose is sugar. He's lying to you. If sugar is so bad for you, why is it in all of his supplements? All of it of some kind. Processed sugar. Okay? And if it's not bad for you, which I say it's not, eat your damn fruit and you don't need the supplement. Processed food. What the hell is more processed than a pill wrapped in this plastic little thing that you put? Guys, it is a joke. Have all the bananas you want. Have all the oranges, the apples. Just eat them and enjoy them, and you don't need the supplement. Now, again, there are very, very extreme cases with extreme biological, physiological disorders. Something's not working, you need this, that. That's a completely different thing. But the rank and file person, if you are eating the True Power diet, guys, you do not need a supplement. Now, one more time. The minute you take a fruit, vegetable, anything, off the vine, off the tree, out of the ground, you are separating it from its source, its energy source. It's dead. The minute it comes off the vine, tree, or out of the ground, it is dead. If you can just, and then from there, every vitamin, mineral content, whatever, starts to dissipate. If you can think of somebody dying and just lying in state, the body starts to decay, rigor mortis, it starts to dissipate. Okay? So here we take these superfoods. Let's say pomegranate is a superfood. Please, we've been having it for generations, but all of a sudden it's a superfood. And we're going to put that in our powder. Okay? So you remove it from its source, it's dead. Okay? Then by the time you get this dead pomegranate to the factory, it's even more dead. Okay? And then you take this completely dead as a doornail pomegranate then you are going to process it down to a juice. And then you're going to take the juice and process it down to a powder. Now, if it is dissipating in its natural form, the minute you take that off the tree, what ingredients What vitamin and mineral content are you going to get from that pomegranate where Dr. Penrose is charging you $200 a month for? It's completely 100% useless. It's nothing, and they throw in cacao, they throw in all these things that make it taste good. All the while telling you processed food and sugar is bad for you. Me, I'd sell you a $10 book and tell you to eat your fruits and vegetables. Anybody that's selling you supplements, run the other way. Unless you have significant, serious issues with a blood test or some physiological disorder. All right? The last word on supplements. It won't be the last word. You see, I'm all wound up. But anyway, guys, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with truth. This glass of juice is I'm going to say, the juice from 6 apples and some grapes. That probably cost me $1.50. As opposed to $200 of this powder that has nothing in it but sugar, stevia, glucose. Oh, please, stop. Sugar's bad for you, but they got glucose in it. Be still my heart. Anyway, I'm going to go get in the shower. We'll talk again probably today. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. If you do that, guys, you'll have the world, Chico, and everything in it. Love you all.